Hello, this is Scott Baceno from telecoms.com here on day 2 of Network X 2025, and I'm delighted to be speaking to my colleague Ronan from Omdia. So Ronan, what are the main things that you've been talking about at the show?
Quite a few things. Artificial intelligence is obviously a big topic, but another one that's come through all conversations here is digital sovereignty.
Right.
We're in Europe, in France, so that's a big, obviously a big topic for a lot of the European country, and it impacts a lot of the network design, the network investments, and the pitch that operators are doing to the B2B market in France, Germany, Italy, Spain, etc.
And why is sovereignty such a big deal?
Well, it's very important because of the importance of resilience and security of the infrastructure that power the services for big vertical industries and government industries, government-funded industries. So it's important to have the infrastructure powered by local European or national companies, especially around artificial intelligence. So there's a lot of worry around who has access to the data, and also a lot of worries in terms of what's the influence that perhaps some of the hyperscalers may have, on those markets as well, or chips makers like Nvidia as well have on the market. Although the US companies, a lot of the vendors see that as an opportunity.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting because it's a challenge. And potentially some people might see it as a threat for non-European companies, but some see it as an opportunity.
Yeah, I think generally, like taking a step back, generally in the world, we've become a little bit more parochial, a bit more focused on defending sort of national interests and that sort of thing. And it can be hard to work out what the best balance is. And I presume, as you were just alluding to, that generates commercial opportunities, because where people used to just distribute their activities all over the world, they now have to consolidate them, and that's a whole new area of business. Is that right?
Yes. I mean, a lot of the investment at the moment is developing data centers locally, powering those data centers, and governments are funding a lot of that. But I think what is critical, what we come to as a conclusion from all of this, is that if you want to develop a sovereign solution, it's very expensive to do.
Yeah.
So for all the governments, when they look at it and how much what the bill is going to be, it's just like, well, maybe we need to partner with someone else outside of the nation, So I think that's where the opportunity comes from a global perspective. But the good news is that there is money on the table, there is investments for technology, in telecoms, in networks, data centers, and there'll be new services coming out on the back of this.
Okay, that's brilliant. Thank you very much.
Yeah.